The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Good morning, folks. This is not the voice of Larry Pesavento. This is Steve Rhodes filling in for Larry Pesavento, and welcome to the Combo Show. Trade what you see, which is what we're going to do, as well as the Trader's Edge show. The show is going to be replayed between 1 and 2. We'll try to make it as pertinent as we can for that time frame. But if you are listening in live, we would love to hear from you. You can give me a call at 877-927-6648. If you can't call in, we get that. But if you'd still like me to take a look at an instrument for you, you can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, if you'd be kind enough to put radio show question, of course, in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started at just about 7 past 9. And great to be with you. And let's go take a look at what's going on in the markets. Right now, we've got all the U.S. equity futures trading to the downside. The Dow is really off 16 points, so that is flat out there. Trading out at 31,449. NASDAQ is the big loser to the downside, off 222 points. 1 7/10%. The S&P off 0.6% or 22 points. The Russell 2000 down 31 and 1 3/10%. So what we want to do this morning is take a look at the short-term time frame charts, most certainly for the NASDAQ and for the E-mini out there, since they're the big losers to the downside. What we want to do is see if there's any kind of bottoming signals. Overseas last night, you had a mixed bag in Asia. Shanghai off 6 points. The Hang Seng up 312. The Nikkei up 138. All of those three, by the way, they have topping patterns that are in place out there. If you take a look at what's going on in Europe, you've got the DAX down 139. The FTSE is off 8 points. Now, the DAX actually doesn't have a topping pattern for its daily time frame, but it's trading below its oscillator and change line. That's a key level of support and suggests that it wants to move lower. Gold's off $2. Silver down 21 cents. Light crude is up off 42 pennies. Natural gas is off a nickel. T-bond futures trading lower. 10 years trading lower as well. U.S. dollar index is up 16 ticks right now, trading out at 90.16. So again, let's go begin by taking a look at the short-term time frame charts for the NQ and the Russell 2000. Let's begin by taking a look at the Russell 2000. And by short term, I'm referring to a 30-minute time frame. And a 30-minute time frame, we can see here that there was a TD9 count. Let me get my crosshair out here. There's a TD9 count that formed early this morning between 6 and 6:30. And that led to just a mediocre bounce out here. And prices taken out. Right now, it's below. Actually, it closed. As we came on the air at 9 o'clock, it closed below that, negated that pattern. So what that suggests, short of some type of bullish reversal candle forming, is that price inside the Russell 2000 should go target its next breakdown level. Its next breakdown level is at 2207 and 80 cents out there. So we're going to watch that area. What you're really watching for is either that area or in combination, some type of bottoming signal. And at this stage here, that would be a bullish reversal candle that would confirm the Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. If you take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart and how the Russell 2000 topped, it was with a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So really important to pay attention to the Russell to get some type of, because it has been a strong indice. And on a daily basis, there's nothing broken, at least not just yet. And we'll go take a look at that. So that's what we're watching for. No bottom signal as we speak as of 9:10 in the morning. Let's go. But it has potential there. Therefore, it needs to be monitored. Does the NQ have the same kind of potential? Well, let's pull over its 30-minute time frame chart. And what we're going to see out here, the answer there is no. Now, when I say no, on this charting application here, I don't have my A to B equals CD tool. But clearly, we can see A to B equals CD to the downside patterns out here. And at 6:30 this morning, there was a bullish reversal candle to confirm that pattern. That was a bear sash. But since then, price is just really trading with inside its profile. So the NQ is still struggling. And I don't really see a bottom signal here. That is for its 30-minute time frame. Now, the reason that we're really focused on both of those, not just because they're the ones that are trading the lowest, and we'll take a look at the other two, but if we take a look at, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. right here. If we take a look at the NQ, I'll just expand this chart out here. Here's a daily time frame chart. And so ordinarily, and this is true, a true statement. Now, the day's not over, so we don't know where price is going to close. What we can see here with regard to the NQ is prices trading below the bottom of that daily profile. That's at 13,163. Ordinarily, now if we get a close below that, we'd say that spells curtains. Curtains. What the heck are you talking about, Steve-O? Well, what I'm saying there is that it would suggest lower price. However, lucky for us, we have a trend line, or it has a trend line. And so the low of today is relatively close to the bottom of that trend line, the low of today being about the 12,946 area. But if we see a clear move below that, short-term trend will have been broken. Change in trend signal will be generated because we'll have a close below the bottom of its daily profile, and that suggests lower price. Of course, you see another trend line out here for the NQ, and that's right around the 11,691 area. Is that where we would suggest that price is going to head to? Well, let's do this here. I don't know if I have the weekly. I don't. I'm going to do it this way on another chart. And I'm going to put up the continuous contract because the continuous contract will allow me to get enough data to take a look at where we're at on a weekly and on a monthly basis out here. We'll to take a look at the daily as well. So let's pull this over. The NQ is the week link. Here is the daily. You can see now what you also see, you didn't actually see this before. But right now, price is trading below its breakout level. So ordinarily, in a bullish market, price will pull back to test a breakout area. Well, the breakout area that we use here, at least that I use, is created objectively. That way there's no subjectiveness involved. And what that does is that means that your eyes will see, if you use these tools, your eyes will see the exact same thing that I'm looking at. So 13,230.50 was the breakout level for the NQ. Price closed just below it, slightly below it yesterday. That was not a big deal. But if we do get a close below it today, you'd have two closes. So the next area to the downside, short of those trend lines, is going to be 11,872.75. So the way that the breakout levels work, or breakdown levels, right now we're talking about breakout levels, is when you close below one of them, price will gravitate towards the next one. And that next one is 11,872. Look, if these tools that I'm showing you, Rhodes Momentum Indicator Signal, the TD9 count, because we're going to talk about that a lot. The NQ, by the way, when it topped here, it was with a TD9 count. And this is a pattern that I teach subscribers. There are about 9 hours or so worth of extraordinary videos that will teach you these tools, how to apply them. And all you have to do is sign up for Mastering Probability. You can do it for 29 days if you want. It doesn't cost you a thing. It'll cost you a ton not to learn these tools because they work for all instruments, all time frames. So the NQ is something to be watching, and it's suggesting, depending on how today closes out, that 11,872 may be its target. Now, that's the daily time frame. If we take a look at the weekly time frame out here, what the NQ did last week was it confirmed for its weekly time frame a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Now, what we can see here is price is pulling back and it's testing its first weekly level of support. The first weekly level of support is the top of its profile, which in essence is where it's trading right now at about the 12,985-ish area. If price closes below that, that suggests a move back to another TAS market profile area, either 12,202, 12,598. But you've got, now, remember, if you take a look at back last February, what identified the top on a weekly basis before we had that big push down into March was a TD9 count top out there. We've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top now, so price could be targeting 10,942. This is Steve Rhodes, filled in for Larry Pesavento. Trade what you see, and this is the Trader's Edge.
Golden ratios give shape to everything in our world, represented in the Fibonacci sequence. These special numbers define the patterns that make up our universe. Not even markets can escape the omnipotence of these ratios. Larry Pesavento is a 45-year market veteran who has published nearly a dozen books on the powerful patterns we find in nature and their relationships with the ever-elusive markets. Larry's newsletter, Fibonacci 24/7, will teach you to harness the power of these natural golden ratios in order to create successful trades. Fibonacci 24/7 is designed to teach the tools you need to identify and act on these undeniable and reoccurring patterns. Sign up for Larry's newsletter, Fibonacci 24/7, and you will also receive free access to his trading webinar, Trading Strong Trending Markets. Try out Larry's newsletter risk-free. All of TFNN's newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, filling in for Larry Pesavento. That is, of course, unless you're listening at 1:18 in the afternoon, and I'm just filling in for myself, but the show is recorded. We'll be back with you at normal programming time tomorrow from 1 to 2. Right now at 9:18 in the morning, we've got all the U.S. equity futures are pointing lower. The Dow is down 33 points right now. That's really not the big deal. The NASDAQ off 234, the S&P 25, the Russell down 28 points out there. Our first question coming in from Michael R. Michael writes in, and he says, looking at Riot today, it's looking to move lower this morning. Please give me your thoughts. Thank you. So let's go take a look at RIOT. That's the ticker symbol, and that is Riot Blockchain. And here's what we know. There was a brand new profile that formed, looks like on Friday. What's today? Tuesday. On Friday. And that profile formed below price. So the very first thing, Michael, is that when a profile forms below price, it delivers to us a bullish message. Now, you're talking about prices pulling back, maybe pulling back, and a target could be the 47.34 or even 41.98 area. So those are the profile areas you want to be paying attention to. When we take a look at weekly and monthly, prices above the both those profile levels, so nothing to worry about there. Let's pull over Stevie's other charts out here and provide Michael with another price target to the downside. That price target to the downside is going to be its oscillator unchanged line. So there's clearly a topping signal here, and that's the A to B equals CD pattern. Again, I can't draw it in on these charts, but you should be able to make it out visually. And that was confirmed a couple of days ago when it formed that bear sash candle. So, Michael, it gave the signal a few days ago that price wanted to pull back. Now, the first level of support, the normal level of support for price to pull back into would be the oscillator and change line. That's the green squiggly line that you see on my chart. It's priced right now at 56.25. As price moves up and down when the cash market opens in 10 minutes, so too will that line. But you can use that as a guideline. If price pulls back, tests, and rejects that oscillator and change line, that would be your indication that the bullish move should continue. Now, remember, there's a bearish pattern out here. There is a sell the D point. So it really, you are in neutral territory while price is trading above the oscillator and change line, but below the high from last Wednesday, which was the high, which may be the all-time, I don't know if it's the all-time high inside or right. We're not going to worry about that at this stage here. So that puts you in that neutral territory. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart out here, I don't have anything to suggest that it's a top of significance pattern-wise. monthly time frame chart out here. Monthly time frame chart is actually very bullish because price last month was a TD9 count top. And prices above that high, that tells you about a very strong upside move out here. On a short-term time frame chart, that being the 30-minute, we can see this formed a TD9 count top. Maybe if you were listening to the opening of the show, I was talking about how these patterns work for all time frames. There was also a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that was up there. And right now, it's just a sideways-ish consolidation. But prices below that oscillator and change line for its 30-minute time frame, this is suggesting a pull back into the 5680 area. So that's what we see, Michael, when we take a look at ticker symbol RIOT, Riot blockchain out there. Hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. We've got a request inside the Tiger's Den. If we can take a look at Alibaba, so we most certainly can. Let me get those charts fired up on my white background charts. And let's go take a look at the market profiles for Alibaba. We'll get the daily, the weekly, and the monthly as soon as this populates here. And on a daily time frame, price yesterday closed below the bottom of a bullish structured profile. Now, when I say bullish in structure, so the profile helps us to identify where buyers and sellers are. The top of the box is where sellers reside. The bottom is where buyers are at. The center is where both buyers and sellers reside. When that center is closer to the bottom, it's bullish in structure. There's more buyers in the area of 263 to 265. Well, not so fast as what the daily chart is telling us about Alibaba, because price closed below that yesterday. A second close today is going to suggest lower price. S&P is asking, well, where's the next lower price? Very simple. We move over to the weekly time frame. We go from a daily to a weekly, from a weekly to a monthly, from a monthly to a quarterly. I don't have the quarterly charts out here on the screen, but in essence, that's what you would do in profile land. Profile land here says 245.92. And if 245.92 doesn't hold, we go take a look at the top of the monthly profile, and that'd be 238.75. So from a profile standpoint, it's very clear to us where price is headed to. But we need to take a look at our other tools out here, just see if there's any other signals inside of Alibaba. Let's begin by taking a look at the daily time frame chart. And then the daily time frame chart out here, I guess this is picking up pre-market. Is that true? How about that? No, that's picking up yesterday's data. What is that picking up? That doesn't even look the same. Yeah, it must be. Oh, it's picking up today. Yeah, it's picking up the same. It's picking up some intraday activity. That's odd. Interesting that it's doing that. So right now we can see it's trading out at about 247 and change. And another target to the downside is going to be its breakout level. So Alibaba topped on a daily basis with a TD9 count top. You can see number 9 on my screen out here. This would suggest that it could be pulling back S&P to its breakout area, which is 226.29. So that's the level to be watching there. On a weekly time frame, we've got the bottom of its profile, so we already talked about that. This has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, and the price closes below the bottom of its weekly profile, 196.70. So you've got 196.70 as one potential, 226.29 as another potential for Alibaba. If we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, the monthly time frame chart has wave number 7, that's letter G, and a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price is below its oscillator and change line. That's acted as resistance for the last 3 months out here. That suggests to move back to the 198 to 211 area. So that's what we see when we take a look at Alibaba and S&P. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for your request. And folks, I'd love to hear from you as well. You can give us a call at 877-927-6648. If you can't call in, you can be like Mike R., who sent me an email, steve@tfnn.com, and he was kind enough to put radio show, which is really what would be helpful for me. That way I can get right to your email and get rid of all the junk. You guys know, you have email, you know how you get all that junk out there. So what are we going to take a look at next? I'll tell you what we should take a look at next. We should go take a look at Goldilocks. So we take a look at gold, and we've been talking about these different profile levels. Here's what we know about gold as we take a look at the upper left-hand panel. That's the daily time frame. In the case of gold, we can see that price had tested a prior swing point. The prior swing point was from November 30th, and the low there was 1771. This has been tested 3 different times, February 19th, February 18th, and February 17th. You know the expression that Tom likes, and I love it too. If you can't bust them to the downside, price will try to bust them to the upside. Now, we need to put some perspective on that. What took place 2 days ago was a brand new profile form. 2 days ago, meaning yesterday, and that is bullish in structure. Now, the cool thing about these bullish and bearish structured profiles is they really help to assist us with regard to which price is next in tension. When you close above the center of a bullish structure, in this case here it was done with conviction from a price spread standpoint, that suggests odds favor we should see gold run up to the 1837 level. That is the top of its new daily profile. If gold is going to be able to do that, it needs a little help from its friends. And its friends are the U.S. dollar index. And here we take a look at the U.S. dollar index. What we can see is yesterday was a close below the bottom of its profile level, and that's at 90.27. We're seeing a bit of a rally, but right now it's only a counter trend move. But if price closes back above 90.27, that was a false flag. That was a false break to the downside, and gold will struggle to get up to that level. But if it doesn't, that's the U.S. dollar index. If it stays below 90.27, you can expect that gold is going to go make that run for 1837. See Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go out to Paramus, New Jersey, and speak with Victor. Paramus, I think, about 20 miles outside of Manhattan. Victor, thanks for calling. How are you doing this morning?
How you doing? I see the gap was filled, that power gap you were talking about. Now, on a Fibonacci retracement, do we go lower, or where are we going?
Well, when Victor's question is about Palantir Technology Inc. The ticker symbol there is PLTR. And as we take a look at it, we're looking at its daily time frame. And its daily time frame, folks, confirmed a buy the D point. What I mean by that is we had an A to B equals CD to the downside. The one-to-one price projection was 24.72. Back on the trading day of February 18th, the price got down to that level. And then on the very next day, price gapped up. And what it did was it created an island bottom pattern. Now, the cool thing is that 2 days ago, yesterday, this generated a bullish structured profile. And price right now is trading right in that support level. And that support level is 25.88. You're trading at 25.79 right now. So, Victor, if you're looking to take a long trade in this, now is the time. Right here, right now. Mm-hmm. This is the best reward risk. Not saying that the trade is going to work out, but you have a valid bottoming signal. You've got this nice bullish structured profile. Your stop needs to be the close, below the close of the trading day of February 18th, and that low would be 24.50. Now, if price closes below 25.88 today at the end of the day, that's not exactly what you want to see, and that would suggest that price would go back and test that low. But if you're looking for a bullish reason to get into Palantir Tech, you've got those signals, and you've got your back up against the wall, and this is the right reward risk area. Now, if you were an intraday trader and you're watching short-term time frame charts, you can wait to look for some type of bottom signal. Maybe it's on a 15-minute time frame chart. I'll switch to a 15-minute time frame chart. I know I'm not going to have that as we speak, and what I'm referring to is a bottom signal. It looks like I need to add my tools here for some reason, so give me a moment to load those up. But, Victor, what questions do you have?
You ever use the average true range on them or no?
Well, if I can give you the average true range, so what price might do before it bottoms, I'd watch 24.91. That could be where price is headed to. That's based upon the 15-minute time frame chart. As far as the average true range, it's $3.41. And so how you would use the average true range is you would multiply that time with some type of Fibonacci number, 1.272 or 1.618, and you could use that from a stop standpoint, from a position size.
We blew through to 50% retracement. You don't think we can go to 22.69 in a heartbeat? There's a lot of shares outstanding.
This can go anywhere it wants. I'm just trying to help you. This is the Trade What You See program. And on Trade What You See, one of the patterns that we focus on is the A to B equals CD pattern. So you have an interest, because I know you've called for the last couple of days, and even last week. You have an interest to get into Palantir Tech, correct?
Right. So now we're at 25.21. Remember, it's at 24.50. You think we can blow that out right now?
I don't know what price is going to do next per se. I mean, I can look at the chart patterns, which we're doing. I can't stay on the show.
What about the candlestick right now? Where do you make it at?
This is just a gap to the downside. This today's candlestick, nothing more than a gap to the downside. And so again, reward risk. If you're looking to get in, you can't get beyond this. You really can't, Victor. I'm not saying that the trade is going to work.
You said 25.88.
25.88 is the bottom of its daily profile, and so. And you've got to put a stop, or you can do whatever you want to do. I put a stop in intraday as well, and that's why you're taking a look at that average true range. Just to understand what the average daily movement is in this. But yeah, I can't give you a better time, if you're looking to get in this, you've got those bottoming signals, and it doesn't get better than this. And so, would I worry about 10 or 20 cents and try to time this to the right tick? Absolutely not. I'm not that good. I'm good. I'm very good, but I'm not that good. So
for at 25.30, you wouldn't touch it until it goes over 25.88. Is that what you're saying?
No. If it's me and I had a hankering to get into this, I'd fire away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I would close it out. I would absolutely close it out if there was so I take the small loss. That's what this is all about. And I would close it out if there was a close below 24.50.
Hey, one question. You said that was a power gap up. My whole thing is gaps always get filled, and it did get filled. So what's your call on that?
It's really not filled because it gapped to the downside, so there's still a gap out there. I know that you allow gaps to control.
The gap was at 26.31. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it gapped right down below that. So there's no price. There's no price, Victor. There's no price trading inside the gap. But if you want to call it as being filled, because you use gaps a lot out there for your thinking, then it's filled, then you have another reason to take the trade. You shouldn't be on the phone with me. You should be firing away at this thing.
Yeah, well, the first hour is amateur hour. I wait.
I mean, you got to call it what you want. But so, Victor, you got everything that I could possibly give you for Palantir, and best of luck to you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
You bet. Thanks for the call. That was Victor in Paramus, New Jersey. Right now, we got the Dow off 131, S&P down 36, the Nasdaq's off 238, and let's see if we've got any other questions out here. We don't that I see. Let me just check the emails just in case something came in. So we don't. So we're gonna. Oh, I take that back. I take that back in big time. HD wants to take a look at. You got a few shares of natural. That is Nordic American Tankers out here. Let's get that symbol up on our screen. NAT. And you have a few shares of NAT and BTU. Want to hold, but wondering what the upside looks like. So in the case of Nordic American Tankers right now, what we can see is prices trading inside its bullish structure daily profile. So ideally, prices trading right now, HD, into a support level. The support level ranges between 314, the bottom of the profile, and 323, the center. And this is a bullish structured profile, so that's why it's inside the range. If price closes below 314, the signal there is that price will go target the bottom of its bearish, bullish structured weekly profile. That is between 289 and 296. And then we can go take a look at the support level for the monthly time frame for Nordic American Tankers, and that's at 275. So here's what you know about Nordic American Tankers. If price closes below 314, and we're not saying it's going to close below 314, but if it did close below 314, this has strong support between 275 and 296 out there. Now, let's go take a look at our other charts out here, see what kind of signals we have from Nordic American Tankers, see what we see on the daily time frame. Did this generate any kind of significant top out here, one of our significant topping patterns? And the answer is no, I don't see that. But we do see that price is pulling back into that support level. So nothing to really add there. On a weekly time frame, is there anything that Stevie has? Nothing other than $3.12 could be the area of support. And on a 30-minute time frame, price is moving lower, doing with less relative energy out here. So HD, from a short-term standpoint, if you were to see some type of bullish reversal candle, that would signal that the bottom is in. By the way, on a 30-minute time frame, this formed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So it's worthwhile paying attention to that. So that's what's going on with regard to Nordic American Tankers. This is Steve Rhodes, filled in for the great one, Larry Pesavento. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction Leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
The Bull Bear Trading Hour with Tom and Tommy O'Brien. Next.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, filled in for Larry Pesavento. Of course, if you're listening live, this show is being recorded. We'll be back to normal programming hours tomorrow. Right now, we've got the Dow down 159, S&P's off 45, NASDAQ down 367, a sea of red to the downside. HD, who had written it earlier, wants to also take a look at BTU. That is Peabody Energy out here. And Peabody Energy looks very healthy. Price is trading above the top of its weekly and monthly profiles out there and trading just with inside its daily. So this has support at 328. Price could pull back there. I don't have the signal that that's what's going to take place, but it could. 328. Resistance here is 435. You're trading out of 425 out there. So hope that helps you out, HD. Let's go to our next request. This one coming in from Nancy A. And Nancy wants to take a look at Apple. Let's go read Nancy's question out here. Steve, I would appreciate your analysis on Apple. Where is the next level on your profile? Thank you. That's Nashi in Washington. I don't know if that's Washington, D.C. or Washington State. If it's Washington State, Nancy is the early bird catching that worm out here. So let's go take a look at Apple. Let's actually get the Apple charts up on our screen. And we take a look at Apple. What it's doing right now, it is made its 1-to-1 A to B equals CD price target, Nancy. That was actually at 123. You're trading at 121.34. Now, when you make the D point of an A to B equals CD, what you don't want to do is you don't want to make it with a wide-ranging bar. When we were speaking with Victor earlier, he was talking about gaps, and Victor likes to take a look at gaps out there. And gaps are our friend. They are not our foe. When you gap down, which is what Apple has done, into that D point, that is not what you like to see. That's not how you like to see an A to B equals CD pattern complete. This suggests that Apple's targeting the 118.95 area. 118.95 is the 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, that also makes sense if we look at the weekly time frame chart we see here with regard to Apple. Its price is pulling right back to its bullish structured weekly profile level of support. That's at 120.45. So you want to watch what this 120.45 area. Apple could find support here. If it doesn't, it will be the first time that Apple will have closed below the bottom of a weekly profile since March 16th of 2020 out there. And that just simply here is going to suggest that we should see even lower price. But what we want to do on that daily time frame, because of the A to B equals CD pattern, you'd be watching, just like we were inside a Palantir, you'd be looking for some type of bullish reversal candle, Nancy. So not until we see that will we get some type of a bottom signal. We certainly don't have that as we speak right now in Apple, as price is tagging and touching the bottom of its weekly profile. Let's pull over my other charts out here. My other charts, they may provide us additional levels of support. For example, where is the breakout area inside of Apple? Well, we can see that it is at 123.45, and price is trading below that. And today looks like this will become bar number 9. Now, Nancy, when a TD9 count pattern forms, And the last time that Apple had a TD9 count, it did identify a top. It was a short-term top. It was right here on the trading day of December 29th. And then that led to a retracement, about a couple-week retracement and pullback out here. So that's how the TD9s work. Today's going to be bar number 9. The bottom of a TD9 count can occur on bars 8, 9, or the bar following bar number 9. So it could be tomorrow that we'd be looking at where that could generate some type of TD9 count bottom. It could be today. It could be tomorrow out there. So you'd want to be watching for that. What you would see if there's going to be some type of bottom that forms inside of Apple, you will see some type of bottoming signal on a short-term time frame chart, whether it's a 15-minute, which we don't have, whether it's a 30-minute, and we're not going to have those, but that's what you would be looking for out there. So, Nancy, that's what we see when we take a look at Apple. It may be close to forming a bottom. That could take place between today and tomorrow because of the TD9s that are out there. And if it doesn't, or it does form a TD9 count, and let's say on Thursday we're trading below whatever that low is out there, that's telling us that price wants to pull back further. Now, pull back further inside of Apple would be looking at 113 or even $93. We're not going to go there because of the bottom signals that are in place at this stage of the game, the A to B equals CD and the TD9 count. It will just simply allow the market to communicate to us what its next intention is. So, Nancy, thank you so much for writing in. Hope you have a great day. Kirk C writes in, and Kirk wants to take a look at light sweet crude. So let's do that. Let me get that going. We are in the April contract for light sweet crude. Come on, work with me. CL 421. And let's go take a look at with light sweet crude, because I don't know what Kirk is looking for. We're going to give you the whole kit and the caboodle to go along with it. And as we take a look at the kit and caboodle, as soon as we can get there, Stevie's just got to find the kit. Give me your little kitty. There we go. So now we can take a look at light sweet crude. Now, this is using my synthetic version of the contract. This allows me, Kirk, to be able to provide to you market profiles for the weekly, for the monthly, for the quarterly time frame. That's what this 4-panel chart here does. Here we can see, we're just talking profiles right now. We can see the price above the top of its daily. That would be bullish. Price above the top of its weekly, that is bullish. Price is trading with inside the monthly, and you can see an A to B equals CD pattern here. Price is right now at a potential resistance level. That is the center of that monthly profile. So 60.99, that's a key level. If we see it close above 60.99, that's going to suggest a run up to 67.53. And folks, if it can get up to 67.53, which is the top of its monthly profile, what it will do is it'll go target 70.18. 70.18 is the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD price projection. Will light sweet crude stop there? At this stage of the game, the answer to me would be no, but we're going to take this one step at a time. You also see that light sweet crude is trading back inside its quarterly profile. Now, if the move that's going on is just some type of counter trend move where light sweet crude is going to find major resistances at the price point of 66.28. So 66.28 is a level that you absolutely want to be watching out there. Are there any other signals that we can find for light sweet crude? Let's go find out. Here, we'll take a look at my white background charts. And what we see is we do have wave number 7 that is in play today. The pullback right now, Kirk, is nothing more than a test of the oscillator and change line, right at about this 60, 79, 60, 80-ish type range out there. If price closes below that, that's suggesting that we're going to see a further pullback. Now, we looked at the profile levels. Let's look at them again. I want you to use these profile levels here in the black background chart, 57.79, 58.79, and 59.29. If price closes below 57.29, you've got a trend line out here. That's where price would target. That's at the 55.80 change. But we can also see that there's a TD9 breakout level, and that's at 51.53. So if things get all bearish out here, so to speak, 51.53 would be the ultimate level for light sweet crude to pull back to. We are not suggesting that that is what's going to unfold just yet. We don't have that. But I wanted to be able to provide you with these different levels so that you could, if you're long light sweet crude, that you could manage it. So I hope that helps you out, Kirk. Thank you so much for writing in, and have a terrific Tuesday. I don't see any other requests at this stage of the game here. Yeah, no other requests here, either inside the Tiger's Den or by email out here. So let's go surf around, see what we have. Let's go back to see what's moving and grooving out here. Let's actually take a look at what's moving to the upside, what's moving to the downside. Wow, that's a big move to the downside. MicroStrategy doesn't look like a good strategy today. It's off 22%, $197. Shopify down $152, 11% to the downside. We've got some big shakers. Movers, Anthem Inc. up $6, 2%. Extra Space Storage up 6% at $7 as well. Steve Rhodes, filming for Larry Pesavento. We'll be right back.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the Dow off 250, the S&P's off 50 points, the NASDAQ off 354. The big actual mover to the downside right now is the semiconductor index. That's off 3 4/10%, up 105 points, trading out at 29.96. Watch that spot volatility index at day's end. Right now, it's only a 9% rate of change. If there's a rate of change greater than 10% at the end of today's session, you're going to anticipate some type of bounce or counter trend rally or bottom pattern that is out there. So that's what you'll be watching for at the end of the day. As we speak right now, there's a little rally that's going on. That's courtesy of, if we take a look at the 10-minute time frame chart out here, this is for the ES Mini. We're going to see that this has a TD9 count pattern that is in play out here. This has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. Right now, we've got a little piercing candle. We've got 5 minutes to go in this candle session. But if, when we get to 10 a.m., this remains a bullish reversal candle, we should at least see a move up to the 38.36 area. Above 38.36, we'd be looking at a move all the way up to 38.64. So on an intraday time frame, very intraday, we can see the reason that the market is trying to make its first rally attempt That's courtesy of that TD9 count pattern. The NQ out here, that's courtesy of the Chapman wave number 7, letter G. We can see that on our screen out here, as well as a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. Price likely targeting 12,905. You're 12,871 right now. And above that, you can see a run all the way up to 13,729. We don't have the signal yet that that's what's going to unfold. But you can see the first counter trend rally. You would expect that. And you would also expect that by taking a look at what's going on inside the Dow. So we'll finish off the show here by paying attention to the Dow Equity Future Contract. If you look at the upper right-hand corner right now, you'll see that price is testing the bottom of its daily profile. I only have the bottom of the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly profiles up there. They're very instrumental in assisting us in understanding where price is headed to. Right now, the Dow is still strong. There is no change in trend. But if, in fact, the YM closes below 31,173, we will get a change in trend signal. That change in trend signal says we could see a move down to 29,505. But folks, at 9:56 in the morning, we don't have that message. Right now, price is just testing support. Thanks so much for joining me. Stay tuned for great programming today, and join me tomorrow at 1 o'clock on the Trader's Edge Show. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks.